Doug Weiler, Police Magazine. I'm here with my good friend Don Always. We're here at ILETA 2019 in St. Louis, Missouri, and we're talking about how to outfit a department with patrol rifles. It's become obvious that the need is there, that the long gun is required to respond to things like we've talked about, active shooter
Yes.
response and things like that. But some departments are struggling with how to do it. What are some of the things to consider when you're outfitting a department of any size with an AR platform?
Well, the first thing is like any other piece of equipment, what do you need the equipment to do? Who's it going to be used by? Are you looking to outfit your tactical team? Are you looking to outfit patrol? Are you looking to outfit SROs? Not every situation demands the same piece of equipment. The nice thing about an AR platform is its modularity. You can literally have one weapon system with different interchangeable barrel lengths, different types of stocks, and it's all basically the same weapon. But the first thing you just need to do is figure out who's going to be using it and to what mission. So when we look at that, we're looking at not only selecting the specifications on the weapon, but we're looking at the accessories that have to go along with it. You can't have a long gun without a sling. You have to have some way to carry the thing. You should have some illumination system on it, a flashlight. It's also really nice to have a front night sight at least, a way to carry extra ammo, and a lot of people benefit from having some sort of optical.
Yeah, like a red dot.
A red dot.
To that effect, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so aim point or Trijicon or...
Yeah, there are so many. You know, I've got my personal preferences, but there's a lot of good product out there right now. Good quality weapons are available from a variety of manufacturers. The accessories are available from a variety of manufacturers. And for those who can't afford it, there is the military surplus program.
Right, the 1033.
1033 program.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to have a hard time finding what we consider a current issue style AR platform, but you'll find perfectly suitable weapons there.
Yeah.
If that's your only option, it's still a decent option.
Right, and you know, like a parachute, if you don't have it and you need it, you're
Yes.
never going to need it again.
That-
Right? So
Yes.
you really need to have officers out there, and I'm not certain that every single patrol car needs to have a long gun. In an ideal world, it
Yes.
would,
Yes.
but we don't live in an ideal world,
No.
and we know that there are budget constraints with small departments and big
Yes.
departments as well.
Yes.
So, but you need to have the capability to respond with a long gun to, you know, people who are more heavily armed than someone carrying a 45 or,
Yes.
or 9mm or a 40 in their
Yes.
hip. You know, it's just you don't go to a gunfight with a knife, and you don't go to a long gunfight with a handgun.
You try not to.
Yeah.
Now, it's been successfully done.
Sure, of
We
course.
have that Texas 60-year-old traffic officer who put down two body-armored, rifle-armed terrorists down in Garland, Texas.
And you
So
had-
it can happen.
You had Justin Garner, who entered the
Justin
old,
Garner,
old folks
absolutely.
home by
Yes,
himself.
yes.
Yeah. Janine Assam, all kinds of different folks. have done
Lots of different examples. However, it's not the way we want to go into that fight.
Right.
So the rifle has pretty much replaced the shotgun in a lot of America.
Right.
And the speed at which that happened is surprising to me. I was a fan of the rifle from way back, but I never thought it would replace the shotgun the way it has. So we've got departments out there that are doing the rifle. One of the problems I see is they're not looking at the rifle as a system. They're adopting the training, yeah, but the training varies from place to place. And another critical component we haven't talked about is the selection of the ammunition.
Right.
Not all 5.56/223 ammo is suitable for all types of work. And it's easy to get the wrong ammunition for a mission.
Right.
So part of your process as a department has got to be, let's identify what mission we're on, like we said at the beginning for the equipment, and recognize that ammunition is part of that.
Right. As you said, it is a system. You have to look at it from a totality perspective,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the other thing that you mentioned is the training. You can't just get these firearms, get these long guns, put them in a squad car, and automatically assume that the user has the mental wherewithal. You know,
Exactly.
how do you reload it? You know, what are all
Exactly.
of the mechanics to it?
Yes.
So that's a really big part of it. You have to plan for the expense of the training and
Yes.
regular training. at that.
Continuing training.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not a one-time deal, and it's not where we show up once a year to qualify. It's continuing training.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be that expensive, but it's got to be done.
Right.
Another thing that we're seeing is smaller cars.
Right.
Smaller cars. My department, as our Crown Vics were phased out, we've gone to Chargers, and there's so little room in the cars that now our modifications to our rifles, our issued rifles, will be short barrels.
Yeah.
Which is a compromise, but by going from a 16-inch barrel to 11.5, while we lose a little bit of ballistics, we're gaining a lot in the handiness and the deployability.
Right, and it's frankly easier to move within the small confines
Very much
of a
so.
building when you've got that shorter barrel.
And if we've selected our ammunition right, it's still going to serve our mission.
Right. Thank you for serving the mission of training law enforcement officers, training the profession to be better at what the cops out there are doing, and making them safer and more successful on the streets. And thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
Doug Wiley with Police Magazine.